Okay, let us chant from 5 onwards. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Yeah, who was last time? Who chanted last time? Yeah, Vijay, go ahead if you want to come. That's fine.
There.
Venkatramanji.
Ah. But Venkatramanji is not here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, there is.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Shri Bhagavano Vacha.
Pashyame Partharupani
Pashyame Partha Rupani.
Shatashodha Sahasrashah
Shadashotha Sakatrashaha.
Nana Vidhani Divyani
Nana Vidhani Divyani.
Nana Varna Kritini Cha
Nana Varna Kritini Cha.
Pashyadityan Vasun Rudran
Pachyan Divyan Vasun Rudran.
Ashwino Marutastatha
Ashwino Marudastatha.
Bahunyadrishtapurvani
Bahunya Drishtabhurvani.
Pashyascharyaani Bharata
Pashyacharyani Bharata.
Ihaikastham Jagatkritsnam
Ihaikastam Jagat Krishnam.
Pashyadya Sacharacharam
Pashyadya Sacharacharam.
Mama Dehe Gudakesha
Mama Dehe Gudakesha.
Yacchanyaddrashtumicchasi
Yat Drishtamichasi.
Natu Mam Shakyase Drashtum
Natumam Shakyate Drashtum.
Anenaiva Swachakshusha
Anenaiva Swachusha.
Divyam Dadami Te Chakshuhu
Divyam Dadami Te Sakshuhu.
Pashyame Yogamaishwaram
Pashyame Yogamaishwaram.
Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjayo Uvacha.
Eva Muktva Tato Rajan
Eva Mukta Tato Rajan.
Maha Yogeshwaro Harihi
Maha Yogeshwaro Harihi.
Darshayamasa Parthaya
Darshayamasa Partaya.
Paramam Rupamaishwaram
Paramam Rupamaishwaram.
Aneka Vaktranayanam
Aneka Vaktranayanam.
Anekadbhuta Darshanam
Aneka Buddha Darshanam.
Aneka Divyabharanam
Aneka Divya Bharanam.
Divyanekodjatayudham
Divya Nekot Yadha Yudham.
Divyamalyambaradharam
Divya Malyam Bharadaram.
Divyagandhanulepanam
Divya Gandhanu Lepanam.
Sarvascharyamayam devam
Sarvashcharyamayam Devam.
Anantam Vishwatomukham.
Anantam Vishwato Mukham.
So continuing this unique unique interaction between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Unique because it is a bonus that Arjuna is getting. Krishna being a Avatara Purusha, Arjuna can ask whatever he wants. And so here there is no teaching going on. Okay. Show me, he says. Show me means give me the benefit of the vision of a jnani. That is the meaning here. And so that is what is happening here. So Vishishtadvaiti will interpret this as Bhagavan has changed his form and showed the entire world in front of him. Like that they will say. That Bhakta. So Vishnu Bhakta got that benefit. And only Vishnu Bhaktas can get that benefit. Okay, that is the way they will interpret it. But if Krishna has to be Jagat Guru, he can't claim, Krishna as Avatara cannot claim ownership to knowledge, because knowledge cannot be owned by anybody. Even Shiva cannot say, I own this knowledge and all. Nobody owns this knowledge. At best, you can say, everybody is the same. This is the beautiful thing. Everybody is the same. Everything is the same. That Samya Darshanam is being shown here. Hey Arjuna, get that Samya Darshanam. If nothing has changed except now the Mithyatva Darshanam Arjuna gets. And when you see that, then you immediately see that everything is Brahma. So this is Brahma Drishti. That is that Vishwarupa Darshanam. Okay. And so Sanjaya watch. We saw that that Sanjaya is talking because Darshaya Masa, Shloka number 9, Darshaya Masa. So Darshayitavan, we saw that last time. So Krishna showed Parthaya for the sake of Partha. That much we saw last time. And so 11th shloka is where we need to resume. And so Sarva Ascharyamayam, etc. That means what? That means Sanjaya is able to not only see what is happening, physically what is happening in the war, in the battlefield, all that he can see. Who approached whom, who is talking to whom, what are the main players, they're talking to each other, everything he can see. He's been given that gift by Vyasacharya. On top of that, he can also see the emotions in the mind of people that he wants to see. Ascharyamayam. How can you say if a person is in wonder-struck, suppose I say, you have to guess, oh, your eyes are all up like this, therefore you must be wonder-struck, There's so much awe in your eyes. Okay, that is fine, when you're inferring awe. But our man Sanjaya can see Ascharya. He can feel all the feelings that Arjuna has. He is able to see or feel. Maybe see but not feel. I don't know. Some gift is there. Long ago, I'm reminded of this one when I was in 7th or 8th grade or something. I never used to read any magazines and all. I went somewhere to a friend's place and I saw a magazine, some caravan or something like that. They have the Indian magazines. And I was leafing through that and there was an article that I read. It's a story, actually, one-page story. And what happened? This man, I don't know the context, but he got a gift. He got a gift of ability to see people's thoughts. Whatever they're thinking, he can see. He can say, I want to see what my neighbor is thinking. He wanted a gift and he could see. Like that, this married man, so happily married man, he got all that. And he was able to see, he was having fun. He went to work And he knew exactly what the boss was thinking, and everybody he knew. So he was having a gala time. And until one day he decided, hey, I forgot about all this. I want to know what my wife is thinking. Then his life came to a standstill, and she was thinking of some people. And my God, my lady is doing this and that. He was shocked, and he got shattered. He got shattered, it seems. And then he threw it's called a mentaloscope. He got a mentaloscope. And that is the word that comes to mentaloscope. And so he just threw the mentaloscope, it seems. This has come and ruined my life. Like that, some story I had read. So this Sanjaya, to handle a mentaloscope, you got to be non-mental, okay? Only a non-mental person can handle a mentaloscope. Otherwise, the person will become mental. And so Sanjaya clearly has no problem. He can use it on anybody and without being affected by it. Okay. So therefore here, Divya Malyam Varadharam. Divya Malyam Varadharam. Mala is garlands and Ambara. Ambara is in this case Vastra. Divya Malya Vastradharam. That means what? So it says here, Vijay Menon is sharing computer sound. I think you can stop sharing. It may not, maybe obstructing something. So, okay. So, Bhagavan is now wearing a lot of garlands. That is what they will say. What we will say is, all the garlands worn by all people that you can see and all devatas is all this Vishwarupa Ishvara. Bhagavan. That vision he got. Okay. Divyam. Because it is all Bhagavan, therefore Divya Malya. Malya is Mala. Then Ambaram. Ambaram also. All types of dresses. People wear all kinds of dresses. All those Vastrani. So all that is Bhagavan. That vision he got. Okay. Then Divya Gandha Anulepanam. Divya Gandha Anulepanam. So all this perfume, I think looks like people love perfume. Those days also they had, the perfume was Gandham. The sandalwood was the main perfume, natural perfume. And I suppose then after that, we started synthesizing perfumes. And so for us, it is that Gandham is important. And Gandham is cooling, and so it has an Ayurvedic value also. And so we apply Gandham too. In our puja also we apply. So when you apply the Gandham on the various parts of Rama or Krishna or Devatas, we have to say Om Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Vishnave Namaha, Madhusudanaya Namaha. Like that we have to say different parts of the Murti. Trivikramaya Namaha, Vamanaya Namaha, Sridharaya Namaha, Rishikeshaya Namaha. Like this mantras are there. And so that's all. Everything that everybody applies anywhere is Divya Gandham. That vision Arjuna got. Okay. Then Anantam. Anantam. This is grand. This is grand because that is the vision. Vision can't be limited. Any vision of an object, any idea of an object is a limited idea. Therefore, the vision of Ananta cannot be, I saw Ananta, you can't say. Nobody can say, I saw Ananta. You can see your friend Anant, but you can't see Ananta. Not possible. Why? By definition, it's not possible. Why? You already divided seer and seen. What about seer? Does the Ananta include the seer or not include the seer? If you say it includes the seer, then you can't see Ananta. If you say it does not include the seer, then you did not understand what Ananta is. Okay? Therefore, Ananta means, we saw that universe the other day. And So grand it is. The universe itself, we are not able to comprehend. And then our Shastram says, Pado Savishwa Bhutani Purusha Sukta. Tripadasya Amritan Divi Tripadu Urdhva Udai Purusha Pado Syeha Bhavat Punaha. Padaha Asya Vishwa Bhutani. All these Bhutas, Pancha Bhutani and Vishwaha, Padaha. Padaha. Asya Padaha. Means it is a small portion, it's a foot of Ishvara. It means you try to figure out the universe first, then after you figure out the universe, come back to me. I'll tell you it's a small portion of the entire thing that I am. Like that he's saying. That means what? That means everything that you figured out is within time and space. Have you included time and space also in that universe that you're talking about? You're talking about expanding universe. You assume space. But space itself is me. You assume, what about time? Did you think of time? Therefore, मैं समय हूँ. So Mahabharata. मैं महाभारत की कहानी सुनाने वाला हूँ. इस भाग के रास्ते में न कहीं दुख है, न कहीं सुख. Something like that. Those dialogues are coming to me now. So मैं समय हूँ. Did you understand that? If I understand my samay ho, then over, finished, anantam. That is the anantam. Okay. Therefore, not, he saw that. Arjuna had the benefit of that vision. Okay. The cognitive vision. Then Vishwato Mukham. Vishwato Mukham. Literal meaning is facing all directions. Facing all directions. Because there are people facing all directions throughout the world. And therefore, all that, anything that anybody sees is Bhagavan's vision. Therefore, people with faces in all directions, Vishwato Mukham, that is Bhagavan. Because the tattvam of everybody is Bhagavan. Therefore, that vision Arjuna got. Then, Sarva Ascharyamayam. Ascharyamayam. Mayam. Maya is a particular suffix in Sanskrit. Like Annamayam, Pranamayam, Jalamayam. They'll say it in our languages also. Jalamayama irukku. Or they'll say, Janamayama irukku. That means people everywhere. Crowd. There's so much crowd, it seems. So, Janamayama, that means it's all full of people. Only people. So that is the meaning of Maya here also. So Ascharya Mayam. This Arjuna was filled with Ascharya, Sarvascharya, all types of wonders. Look at this side wonder, that side wonder. Like that. His vision is such that he got that. He was awestruck. And Devam. Devam. That Devam. So I have to go back to Shloka number, which one? 9. So in the Shloka number 9, Aishwaram Rupam Devam. So that Aishwaram Rupam, Vishwa Rupam. The word Vishwa is not there here. So Aishwaram Rupam Devam. That Devam, that is Aishwaram. Okay, Devam here means Aishwaram Rupam. What is the verb in the Shloka?
Which Shloka?
The Shloka we are studying, which is number 11.
Darshana?
No verb.
There's no verb. There's no verb in this.
Asti.
I don't see Asti and all in 11. Okay.
Assume.
Assume. Okay, good. So you can assume, or you can say, from 9, the verb occurs in 9. Okay, in 10 also there is no verb. So that 9, the verb, what is the verb in 9?
Darshayamasa.
Darshayamasa. Showed,
Yeah.
showed, presented, etc. So Darshayamasa. So that Darshayamasa has to be brought here. Okay. So Harihi Divya Malyam Varadharam Aishwaram Rupam Darshayamasa Parthaya. That is the way to do that. Anushangaha is called. Anvaya should come like that. Okay. So let us translate Shlokas 10 and 11. Okay. 10 also, because there's no verb, we did not translate. And then 12, the sentence begins again. And therefore, it is implied that the verb from 9 has to carry over to 10 and 11. Okay. So let's see that. We're going to translate number 10. That form consisted of countless mouths and eyes. So this is a literal translation. Okay. So that form consisted of countless mouths and eyes, comma, countless wondrous objects, countless extraordinary weapons, raised for use or ready to use, full stop. Literal meaning is raised, udyata. So raised and so raised for use. Okay, full stop. It was wearing celestial garlands and garments. It was wearing celestial garlands and garments. Comma, and was anointed with special sandal paste. Full stop. Okay, anointed with special sandal paste. It was all wonder, comma, was endless, comma, and was one that spanned all the directions, and was one that spanned all the directions. This is Pujya Swamiji's translation. So let me read that again. That form consisted of countless mouths and eyes, comma, countless wondrous objects, comma, countless extraordinary weapons raised for use, full stop. It was wearing celestial garlands, celestial within brackets, divine, both are same, garlands and garments, comma, and was anointed with special sandal paste, full stop. It was all wonder, comma, was endless, comma, and was one that spanned all the directions. Full stop. Okay, number 12. Devi Surya Sahasrasya. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself. Devi Surya Sahasrasya.
Divi Surya Sahasrasya
Bhaved Yuga Padutthita.
Bhaved Yugapat Duttita
Yadi Bhas Sadrishi Sa Syat.
Yadibha Sadrisi Sasyat
Bhasastasya Mahatmanah.
Bhasastasya Mahatmanah
Again, Divi Surya Sahasrasya.
Divi Surya Sahasrasya
Bhaved Yuga Padutthita.
Bhaved Yugapaduttita
Yadi Bhas Sadrishi Sa Syat.
यदि भासदृशी सा स्यात्
भासस्तस्य महात्मनः.
आशस्तस्य महात्मनः.
So now Sanjaya is telling how bright it was. Literally brightness he is talking about. Okay. How do you know that? Bhaha. That is the main noun there. Bhaha. Bhaha. So this bha is a very important word in any culture, I suppose, but in our study it becomes important. Because bha means brilliance. Okay. Bha deepto. Dhatu. Deepto. In the sense of illumination. In the sense of brightness. That is the meaning of bha. Wherever you want to express that brightness, you can use the dhatu bha. That is the meaning. And so you find it in our names. Bhaskara. Bhaha karoti iti bhaskara. जो illumine करता है वो भास्कर है. Okay. भानुः. भानुः. चतुर्दश भुवनेषु Dipyate iti bhanuhu. The one who illumines 14 lokas, it seems, is called Bhanu. That means what? Who can illumine 14 lokas? Only the existent consciousness Atma can illumine 14 lokas. Whichever loka you go, it will keep on following you. So that Atma, that Chit Swarupa can only be the one that is there in all the 14 lokas. Okay, that is Bhanuhu. Prabha. We have a name Prabha. Very, very beautiful it is. Bha means illumination. Prakarshena bhati iti Prabha. Means all the time illumines. It is not some light that you can turn off or turn on. No, you can never turn it off. That is called Prabha. Never goes off. There is an ad. Citibank used to have an ad. I don't know that. The city that never sleeps. That is the advertisement. But, the tagline, the city that never sleeps. So it's catchy, So this one, that which never sleeps, is Prabha. So like that. That is the Bha here. And so here, how do you describe the brightness of Atma? We can give some similes, we can give. So here, Sanjaya is giving that simile. Surya Sahasrasya. Sahasra means 1,000. 1,000 suns. Imagine 1,000 suns. One sun we can't see. There's no chance of seeing. At best, with the rising sun, just when it is rising, you can see maximum. Once it has come up a little bit over, you can't see directly you can't see the sun. And then it rises up, of course, you can't see. Not one. And this sun is so many million miles away. And it is definitely not the biggest sun out there. It's a small star. And they say every other star, most stars, many big stars also they have found out. And so if all those stars were to come near, like Krishna is near Arjuna, how bright it's going to be. Not one sun, but 1,000 suns. Surya Sahasrasya Bhaha. The brilliance of 1,000 suns, correct? Yadi, if Bhavet, Bhavet means if it would be, if 1,000 suns would be there, okay, Bhavet, Uttita, if 1,000 suns were to rise, and then they're not one after the other. You might say, oh, one after the other, 1,000 suns. That we also say every 1,000 days, 1,000 suns you see. No, not like that. Yugapat means simultaneously. Sanjay is making sure we understand it properly. Yugapat. Not pruthak pruthak. Not kramena. No, not one after the other separately and all. No, look at all the sides there are suns. So many suns. Like mirrors, in a room. No, not like that. It's all there right in front of you. Simultaneously, if, and where should that be? Divi, Saptami, Divi. In the div means in this case sky. In the sky, okay, that we know of, okay. If that were to be there, okay, Sadrishi Baha. Now only you should bring the Baha. Okay. Or Yadi Baha. If that were to be there, these suns were to shine, then Sa Sadrishi. Sadrishi means like that. Like that. A Sadrishi, like that, Syat would be there. What would be there? Tasya Mahatmanaha Bhasa. Tasya Vishwarupa Ishwarasya Bhasa, illumination, brilliance, shining, the brightness that's going to bear will be like that. Like that, Sanjay is telling, because this man is blind also, So it's hard to imagine brilliance. How can a blind man imagine brilliance? I don't know how Dhritarashtra took this sentence. Okay, we are able to nod our heads, but we can appreciate at least the brilliance we can appreciate. But for a blind man, it's tough. I didn't think of it. Now suddenly it comes to me. I think he knows that sun is there, and they must know something. I think otherwise it's impossible to appreciate this vacuum. One sun itself, if I can't appreciate 1,000 suns. Okay. So anyway, so Yuga Pat simultaneously rising, right? So this Ba I said is a beautiful thing, and we chant a mantra every day. I'll chant this mantra. You tell me how many bhas are there in that shloka, okay? How many bhas? Anytime you hear Ba, you just make a note, okay? Okay, are you all set? Okay, listen carefully, okay? Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Now tell me, unmute and tell me. Okay.
6, 6.
7, 6, 6,
5. Some people are saying
7, 7.
7. Mahesh is saying 7, and Sapna?
6.
6. Okay. So 5, 6, and 7 are the answers I heard. Okay. Now I'll chant once again. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati.
6.
6 sounded like 6.
6.
So Mahesh, you may have to go back, I think. So this time Mahesh, you said
Guruji, we have done this before.
Okay, you got it right.
Guruji, we have done this before.
Oh, I did this before?
We have done this before.
Yeah,
That
we have
time
done
also
this.
5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Maximum people said 6.
6, yeah, 6 is the thing. So that's an interesting mantra from we are going to see it in Kathopanishad is coming, and it's also there in Mundaka Upanishad. So that's the mantra we chant, which says, Na tatra suryo bhati. There the sun does not shine. There the sun does not shine. Okay. Na chandra tarakam. Neither all these moons and stars and all that. No chance. They don't shine. Nema vidyuto bhanti. These lightning, you say lightning is blinding? No, there the lightning also, the brilliance of the lightning also is incomparable. Doesn't shine. As good as not shine. Kutoyam agnihi. This mantra is being chanted when I am showing this harati, this small lamp I have in my hand. This thing, camphor is there. Okay. And I am showing this thing. Kutoyam agni, when the sun itself is not incomparable, there is a question of the small lamp. Tameva bhantam anubhati sir. That consciousness alone shines, my dear. Everything else is shining after that consciousness. Everything else comes to your awareness only because consciousness is shining. Like that, this beautiful mantra is there. We'll study it another time. And so, tasya, what does it say here? Tasya mahatmana. Tasya mahatmana. Tasya, of that mahatma. Atma here is not not literally Sachidananda Atma. You can say because Vishwarupa Ishwarasya. Therefore, Atma can be Shariram. Mahan Shariram. Because Vishwarupa, the Krishna is standing there, really speaking. And so, you can say Atma also, but because that physical imagery is presented, okay, Atma is equal to Shariram. So Mahan Shariram, yes, Mahatma. So that is the infinite Bhagavan's brilliance. Okay, is the way to read this. So now you have to, this Oppenheimer and all comes into our mind, Robert Oppenheimer. He quoted many shlokas. Later on also it's going to come. So he's also said this, Devi Surya Sahasras. When he saw that ball of fire, ball of flame just after the atom bomb exploded, detonated, it kept becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And so there is that Robert Oppenheimer, who was the head of the Los Alamos National Lab, which is in New Mexico near Santa Fe. And he was the de facto head of that atom bomb project, Manhattan Project. And so when he saw that fireball, they say, I have not read much about that Oppenheimer and his feelings and all. They say he studied the Bhagavad Gita. So that means these people look at that Bhagavad Gita quietly, they've been studying all these things. All these so-called philosophers, scholars, thinkers they're all exposed to our Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads, no doubt. So Henry David Thoreau, Ralph Waldo Emerson, they've all studied all this. That's where they got a lot of that whole idea of this Saumya Drishti, very important. And that's why they were against all this racism and this and that. If you are following any Abrahamic religion, you cannot oppose racism. You know why? Because it's part of the scripture. The scripture divides the world into believers and non-believers. And so you don't want the non-believers to go to hell. And therefore you have to say, you are no good. You have to follow me. There's no choice. There's no choice at all. And therefore, but these people are different. So he must have studied the Bhagavad Gita, I think. And but then they say he did not get the vision that Arjuna had, and therefore he died a guilty man. Something like that they say. He did not have the benefit that Arjuna had, because Arjuna is going to kill hundreds of thousands of people. We saw Akshohinis and all, elephants, everybody is going to die. And so that person must be guilty who does something like this, who kills people on such a massive scale. Okay, but they say this Oppenheimer, they say he did not get that benefit or something like that. Anyway, so let's translate this shloka. So how does Anvaya go? Yadi divi yugapat uthita surya sahasrasya bhaha bhavet. Okay. Tasya mahatmanah sa bhasaha sadrishi syat. Like that it will come. Anyway, you can work it out. If the brilliance of 1,000 suns, translation, if the brilliance of 1,000 suns were to rise up simultaneously in the sky, if the brilliance of 1,000 suns were to rise up simultaneously in the sky, it's an interesting way to put this comma, that will be comparable to the brilliance of the Mahan Ishvaraha. That will be comparable to the brilliance of the Mahan Ishvaraha, to the great Ishvara. Okay, let's read the next one. I'll read this once again. If the brilliance of 1,000 suns were to rise up simultaneously in the sky, comma, that will be comparable to the brilliance of the Mahan Ishvara. Next. Tatraikastham jagat kritsnam
Tatraikastham jagat kritsnam
pravibhaktamanekadha
pravibhaktamanekadha
apashyadevadevasya
apashyadeva devasya
sharire pandavastada
sharire pandavastada
tatraikastham jagat kritsnam
tatraikastham jagat kritsnam
pravibhaktamanekadha
pravibhaktamanekadha
apashyadevadevasya
apashyadeva devasya
sharire pandavastada.
sharire pandavastada.
So tatra, there means where? That Vishwarupa Sharire, that in the body, in that which is there in front of them, okay, Vishwarupa Sharire. So Akashatmakam Shariram, the Shariram which is now nothing other than Akasha, the whole space that is there, okay, that Ananta Sharire, okay, Tatra. And then there's another word here. Last word, tada. Tada. That also you should bring to the forward. You bring it forward. Tada. Tada means what? At that time. There is space, location. Tada, at that time. At that time is what? That Divya Chakshu Prapti Anantara. After getting that Divya Chakshu, which Krishna mentioned in the 8th shloka, Divyam Dadami Te Chakshu, Tada, at that time. Only at that time it was possible. Before that it was not possible. Okay. And Tatra Ekastham Kritsnam Jagat. Kritsnam Jagat, entire world, entire universe. We saw that word Kritsnam Jagat earlier also. 7th shloka it is there. Ihai Kastham Jagat Kritsnam. So that same phrase he is using here. Sanjaya is using. Tatra Ekastham. Ekastham means that world was right there in front of him. He could appreciate the entire universe. Physically, it is impossible to see the universe. But he could see. The only way he could see is that through that mind's eye, cognitively, he saw it. He saw it ekastham. And then pravibhaktam anekada. Bhaktam. Bhaktam. Bhajadatu. Bhaj is sevayam. Okay, seva, in the sense of seva, bhakti hi, bhaktaha, bhakt hai, bolte hai na. So that is bhakta. Vibhakta, V changes the meaning of bhakta. And it says, vibhakta means separating, distributing, splitting, making distinct, like that. That is the meaning of vibhakta. So, sampatti, the parents distributed the wealth among the children. So vibhajan kiya. So vibhakt, sarva sampatti vibhakti kiya. So like that. So that vibhakti we use in that sense of separating. So same thing here also. Separately he saw. He saw everything separately because so many, universe means so many things. Anekhada. Many, many, many ways. Many, many, many things. We are asked to think about the things you know. We will list a lot of things. A lot of things we can list. A lot of categories we can say. Living being, non-living being. Living being, so many subcategories are there. Animals, plants are there. And then here, non-living means again another world of things we can explain. We can say. It's called vibhaktam. Different things. Pravibhaktam, prakarshena vibhaktam. Every prefix is meaningful in Sanskrit. So pravibhaktam. And so prakarshena means without leaving anything out. I can list only a few things, but I can't list galaxies because I can only, some idea of galaxy only we have. But when you know everything about a galaxy, then you will have to talk about all galaxies, all asteroids and comets and this and that and so many light years away. Everything you can talk about. Pravibhaktam, he saw everything. Everything. So that's why this Vyasa does not have the benefit of turning on the audio and showing video and all that, sending a WhatsApp message, some 2-minute video, and this is what Arjuna saw. They will send videos. Look how beautiful it is. How beautiful it is means, yeah, somebody did a good job of visualizing the whole thing. Okay. So all that thing happened. And so from the microcosm to the macrocosm, anything that's imaginable, pravibhaktam, anekada pravibhaktam, and space and time has to be included. The minute you include space and time, then the scientist has to do namaskar, because scientist has to say, even that I didn't think of, that Krishna is talking about. That is what it will come down to. And that is why Maya Samay Ho, this is very, very important statement in the Mahabharata. Maya Samay Ho. And Aaj Mahabharat ki Amar Kahani, like that he says. So anyway, so that's the idea here. Apashyat, Langlakara. So saw. And who saw? Pandavaha apashyat. Pandavas tada, last word, okay? Pandavaha apashyat. Pandavas saw. Tatra, tada. Anekada pravibhaktam kritsnam jagat. Entire universe he saw. He saw the entire universe. Dekasya, whose universe? In whose body? Deva devasya sharire. In the body of so-called Avatara Krishna. Avatar Rupa Krishna. Okay. Pandava saw. Pandavaha is equal to Arjuna. Okay. So let's translate this shloka. There, in the body of the God of all gods, Deva Devasya, so Vishwarupa Ishvarasya. So there in the body of the God of all gods, comma, Arjuna saw, comma, at that time, comma, Arjuna saw at that time, comma, the entire universe with its manifold divisions. The entire universe with its manifold divisions placed together, ekastham, placed together. Placed together means what? He did not have to turn his head this way and that way, up and down. That is the meaning. That means this is, even though it appears physical, it's all there for him to see, for him to appreciate. There in the body of the God of gods, comma, Arjuna saw, comma, at that time, comma, the entire universe with its manifold divisions placed together, full stop. Let's chant the next one.
Kumarji, can you please repeat one more time the translation?
There in the body of the God of gods, comma, Arjuna saw at that time, comma, the entire universe with its manifold divisions placed together. Yeah, if you need it once again, I will do it in satsang. Tatas savismaya vishtaha.
Tatassa vismaya vistaha.
Krishtaroma dhananjayaha.
Krishtaroma dhananjayaha.
Pranamya shirasa devam.
Pranamya shirasa devam.
Kritanjalirabhashat.
कृताञ्जलिर्भाषत
Tatah savismaya vishtaha.
ततः स विस्मयाविष्टः
Krishtaroma dhananjayah.
हृष्टरोमा धनञ्जयः
Pranamya shirasa devam.
प्रणम्य शिरसा देवम्
Kritanjalirabhashat.
कृताञ्जलिरभाषत.
Yeah. Again, Sanjaya, using his words, the best words he can use in the absence of all this audio and video and zooming in and zooming out and lights going on and off and all that. Okay. So Vismaya Vishtaha. Vismaya Vishtaha. Vismayena Avishtaha. This Arjuna Dhananjaya was awestruck, wonderstruck. Vismayena. Vismaya means wonder. Seized by wonder. Okay, that is who Arjuna is at that time. Tataha, then Saha Dhananjaya, that Arjuna, okay, who is now seeing the same world that he saw before also. The same world is in front of him. The world has not changed even one bit, okay, while this is going on. But the vision is there. The vision is different now. And that Dhananjaya, and that being awestruck by it, so it manifested in the body, and Sanjaya is saying Krishta Roma, he says. Krishta Roma, Roma actually, Roman Roma. So that Krishta literally means excitement. Roman means the hair on the body, it's called Roma. And so that hair on the body is standing on end, it has become vertical like this. Normally that hair is stuck to the body, it's lying down on the body, but it is now gotten up. So three things can cause that to happen: fear, cold, and excitement. These three will cause the hair to kind of stand up like that. So that in this case, that awe, that excitement, that wonder was there. And so that was described is in this form, Krishta Roma. And we saw that also earlier. Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishusyati. First chapter. Vepatuscha sarire me. Okay. Vepatuscha sarire me.
Roma harshasya.
Harshascha jayate.
Roma harshascha jayate. Roma harshaha.
Yes.
Jayate. Same thing. Krishta Roma. Different word is used. Okay. And so Romancham and all they say. Romanchaha. So then, having seen that, what does he do? Pranamya Shirasa. Having done Namaskara, means bowed his head down. Shirasa, with the head. And what else can you do? What else can Arjuna do? Right? Devam, Parameshwaram, that Devam Pranamya, having done that. And how did he do it? Kritanjalihi. Anjalihi means this mudra, this Namaskara mudra. Okay, that is in that particular form. One second is okay. What did he do? Abhashat spoke. Bhash Vektayam Vachi. Abhashat Atmanepada. So therefore, Enamache Pungode spoke. Because Sanjay has been speaking, no? So now that I think Sanjay must be receding to the green room, and so Arjuna is coming back, and he spoke. And the next few words Arjuna will be saying. And so Tataha Saha Vismaya Vishtaha Krishta Roma Dhananjayaha Pranamya Shirasa Devam Kritanjalihi. Kritanjalihi refers to Arjuna. So Kritanjali is the name given to Arjuna. One who has done this Anjali, the one who has this mudra is called Kritanjali. Who is Dhananjaya? Who is Saha? All those are in Samanadhikaraniyam in this shloka. Anyway, so let's translate that. Then, comma, overwhelmed with awe. Then, overwhelmed with awe, comma, with his hairs standing on end, with his hair standing on end, Arjuna saluting Bhagavan with his head. Arjuna saluting Bhagavan with his head. Comma. Hands folded together, comma. Said, full stop. Said, and then either full stop, but maybe a hyphen or something. Then, overwhelmed with awe, comma, with his hairs standing on end, comma, Arjuna saluting the Lord or saluting Bhagavan with his head, comma, hands folded together, comma, said. Okay. We'll continue in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.